Hey, what is going on guys? Today I will be showcasing the PC I built. Now, this is my very first rig and it's a major upgrade from my old laptop. So I am very excited. And without any further ado, I'm just gonna get right into it. The heart of the build, I got an Intel i7-13700K. Now, this is a 16-core CPU which has 8 big or P cores and 8 little or E cores. Where the P cores are supposed to be the power cores that are big and use lots of energy and they do the heavy tasks, and the E cores are supposed to be the more efficient ones that do the light tasks in the background. Now, the CPU is no i9 or R9, however, it does beat the previous gen flagship models, so hey man, I mean that's pretty good enough for me. And not to mention the price I paid for this CPU, yeah, I think it's a steal. And if you're wondering what the clock speed of this CPU is, it's about 5.3 gigahertz and that's on the big cores. And yeah, that is pretty fast because it pretty much does all the tasks I throw at it perfectly fine. Now, since this is Intel, it does mean that unfortunately I will need a beefy cooler. And that's where the Thermalright Peerless Assassin comes into place. This cooler is a great budget option as it nearly matches the legendary Noctua NHD15, while costing less than half as much. Now, if you were wondering, temp-wise, yeah, they are a little bit toasty, though I wouldn't say they're anything too bad. Like, they're usually around the mid-80s to maybe upper 80s at max CPU load. Which some people might think, oh no, this is bad, this is way too hot. But actually, worry not, because these CPUs, they're essentially built to last, or I guess run, basically anything under 99C. So we are pretty much fine if we are running like in the 80s, so yeah, it's perfectly in spec guys. And if we're being completely honest, you really need water cooling to actually fully tame the CPU while getting like very good temperatures. And I don't want to do that for my first build, like I'm just a little hesitant on that. I mean, honestly, I might do it for like an upgrade in the future, but for right now I'm gonna keep the air cooling. Plus, this cooler was very good for the price, so so I can't really complain on that. Now for RAM, I got 32 gigabytes of G.Skill DDR5 memory that runs at a speed of about 6000 MHz. Now, that's all I'm going to say for RAM because, I mean, it's just RAM, it's nothing that important, and yeah, I have nothing else to say anyway, so moving on. Now, for the GPU, I got the 4070, and I know, I can already tell what y'all reaction is. Like, I know this GPU only has 12 gigs of VRAM, which definitely is not good for the price, but it is what it is. I needed an NVIDIA GPU because they're great with the video editing, streaming, and even emulation. And as for gaming, yeah, I will have to probably turn down to 1440p for newer titles, but older titles should be fine in 4K. Plus, I'm not going to complain too much because I did get this open box, so I paid less than MSRP, which is, I'm very happy on that. And plus, what my plan right now is, before the next gen comes out, like I'll try to sell this before that, just so that I can, get a lot of my money back, and then hopefully by that point, the prices are not ludicrously high, and they actually give, enough VRAM that I'll get an upgrade that I can actually keep for like long term. However, a very positive thing about this GPU is that it is very efficient. Like for just 200 watts, it certainly pulls above its weight. Like it's basically the 3080 from last gen, except it uses like half the energy. So yeah, I mean, I think that's still fine. And plus temperature wise, like once the fans are kicked in, they will not go above 70, like very rarely, which is very good. Moving on to storage, I got the Samsung 980 Pro in the 2TB variant, which is a super fast Gen 2 SSD, and yeah, again, just like the RAM, I don't have much to say on this, so I'm just gonna move on. Now, connecting all these components is the Asus Z790 Prime motherboard, and this is a budget motherboard that gets the job done at a decent price. Now, before you comment down below, yes, I am aware that right now Asus is having a major controversy with their motherboards. However, I do want to let you guys know that I didn't like pick this board in the sense that yes, I wanted this motherboard. No, it's more of I didn't have much choice, because if I wanted to get a great deal on my RAM, motherboard, and CPU, like I had to go with this motherboard. So I just said, you know what? Fine, I'll go with this. And so far it's getting the job done, and I think I could be wrong. The Asus thing, it's mostly affecting AM5 and higher end Intel boards, especially the last gen Z690. So cross my fingers I'm fine on a lower end 790, but who knows. Anyways, yeah, I guess if anything happens, I could always just replace the motherboard. Now, powering all my setup is a Be Quiet 7550 watt PSU, which is a bit overkill to be quite honest. However, I kinda got this because if for whatever reason I decide to upgrade in the future to a better GPU or a CPU that uses a lot more energy, i9, yeah, I'll be covered basically. Lastly, for the case, I went with the Corsair 4000D Airflow, which is an awesome budget case that has amazing airflow capabilities. Yeah, some quality features for this case include that it's kind of mesh all around except the side panel, which is glass, which means that, again, as its name implies, it has great airflow. On top of that, I did install 2 fans in the front, 2 fans on the top to help the airflow a bit better. And overall, it's going pretty well. I never need to worry about thermal throttling inside, like on any of my components. And I'm still playing around with the fan curves to like find the perfect setting that will give me the best temps along with like the most quiet experience. So I'm trying to find that critical point essentially. Alright, so now for the total, it comes out to about 1,500, as that was my budget range actually, and this is before tax obviously, because if you can add tax then that's going to be a bit more than that. And yeah, I do have to confess, I didn't fully build and plan out this build myself. A friend did help me with the whole process, so therefore credit goes for him. And especially that very nice cable management he did, thank you very much. Now, if you're wondering what my old laptop specs were, well, here they are on the screen. So if you want to take a look at these, you can pause the screen for a second, and for comparison, this laptop is about 6 times weaker both GPU and CPU wise, while being way louder and more annoying to use. Overall, I'm very happy with this build, and you might be wondering why did I build one, as technically speaking I already have a PS5 and a Series X actually at home, so why would I need like a new computer when I already have a laptop as well? Well, the main reason why I'm getting a new computer is because my laptop is very unreliable actually. Like about half the times it will not turn on when I boot it up. And on top of that, I need a powerful machine because when I compile code, they take a long ass time to run. And by coding, I don't just mean like simple hello world type coding. No. I'm talking about like machine learning algorithms. Oh yeah. So on a dataset of like about 10,000 entries, that thing took like 30 seconds to render, I guess not render, to compile per run, and I had to do that like a solid 30 times, which got very annoying real quick, so yeah. Additionally, this GPU allows me to basically game better than my PlayStation 5, which is pretty good actually, yeah. I mean, again, I'm still gonna play on the PS5 for the exclusives, but like if a game it runs much better on PC with my hardware, then yeah, I'll definitely, you know, probably play it on here instead of my PlayStation. And the cherry on top of all of this is that I can now both edit and render videos in 4K 60 FPS, which is incredible. So yeah, there you had it. That was my PC build showcase video. I hope you enjoyed that, and if you did, be sure to leave a like and comment down below. And if you did not like it, then I guess leave a dislike and comment down below a hateful comment, because that also helps me out actually. Anyways, I'll catch you guys later. I am working on at least 2 more video projects right now, so hopefully they're out sometime soon. But yeah, I'll catch you guys later. Bye-bye.
Subscribe to the Epic Falto, or else I will use Sacred Arrow and Burning Sword on you and your entire family.